Hello there. A couple nights ago, I saw The Woman in Black. And, I had a good time. I think I'll go ahead and give it a 7. Just to get my little stories out of the way. I saw this film on accident. I walked into the wrong theater. It was basically starting at the same time the movie I was going to see. So, again, walked into the wrong theater. By the time the movie started, I thought, well, I was like, I've already missed as much or more of the movie I paid to see. So I might as well just watch this because I'll know I will get to the movie I was wanting to see anyway. So I didn't intend on seeing this. The trailer never really got me interested. I just never really wanted to see it. So maybe that helped because I definitely had no expectations. And expectations can only lead to disappointment. I had a fun time. It was very interesting. I think it's been in release for 3 weeks now, and it was nearly sold out. Only a few seats open. So that was kind of surprising. When the movie ended, got a large amount of applause. That was surprising. As I was walking out of the theater after the film, there was a trio of teenage girls behind me. And one of the girls had seen the movie 3 times. So she said that it was better each time. So I was surprised that someone could watch the movie 3 times. So I don't know. There must be something about it. And again, I think it is a solid 7. I think it's really kind of a brave film, especially today. It's about a man who is about to lose his job. He gets one, a last assignment to prove himself, which is going to this small town and getting this recently deceased woman's business in order. I guess he's a lawyer. I'm not really sure. That's in a nutshell what I think is why I'm not giving it a higher score. Is just I didn't really know much about any of the characters. There's not too much backstory to anybody. It's just kind of like what's happening now. And again, the main character starts out like, he's so worried about how he's going to make ends meet and keep his job and feed his family. And then it's like he forgets all about that. And one of the characters tells him not to go chasing shadows and to stay focused on his job. And, well, he spends the next hour and a half chasing shadows and not focused on his job. And it just seemed like for the first 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, he was just like, I need to get my life on track. I need to be there for my family. And then all of a sudden, he just like, nah, I don't need to do that. I need to, chase after this ghost. So I felt like, if my family were at the risk of starving or, I'm about to fail my family, I think I would try, and this was my last, he's told that if he doesn't do a good job here, then that's it. He's done. He's out on the street. And I just think that, anyone in that situation, albeit supernatural, I think they would still try and focus on, their kid not starving to death. So, but that's not really the case. So in a nutshell, that's why I'm not giving it a higher score. It's just I didn't think the characters were true to their motivation, and I think a lot of the characters lacked backstory and, motivation. They just had to be scared of the woman in black. Okay, so yeah, I got way off track there, but he goes to this small town. Maybe it's even an island, I don't know. To get this woman's affairs in order. Turns out that her house is haunted. The town is haunted by a lady in black who basically kills children. and if something doesn't go her way, you know, she kills a kid by making them kill themselves. A lot of the death scenes are very creepy. The film is very creepy. It does a good job at being, like, scary. You know, I jumped, I mean, not like super jumped, but, you know, was startled a couple times during the film. And there were some great crowd reactions. You know, again, watching a horror film, scary movie with a large amount of people is always fun. And you always get wrapped up in that emotion that the crowd is feeling. So maybe if I was watching it alone, I wouldn't get near as startled or scared, but the fact that you're in with this, you know, teeming mass of people that are feeling the same thing you are, hopefully, you know, it accentuates it. Okay, it stars Daniel Radcliffe, Syrian Hines. Those are the only names I know. I recognized a couple other faces, but those are definitely the only names. I guess this is got a lot of press because it's Daniel Radcliffe's first screen appearance as not Harry Potter. Though I thought there were like several references to Harry Potter, you know, just to be tongue-in-cheek perhaps. I can't tell you who directed it, can't tell you who wrote it, but I should tell you who wrote it, because I think that's like, she's like a name, or if not now, she's quickly becoming a name. She's done some good stuff recently. In fact, she might be nominated for an Oscar for something. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, I know that the screenwriter is up and coming. The film looked very good. You know, it's very dark. You know, it takes place in, I suppose, the countryside of England. So, you know, it's very overcast, very gloomy. You never see the sun. There's a lot of blue. There's a lot of grays. There's just a lot of black. You know, it's very atmospheric, and it does a very good job of keeping that atmosphere, keeping that tone throughout. I really thought one of the highlights of the film is I called it brave, and I think it is kind of a brave film, especially for the horror genre now, where everything is just so gory and gratuitous, right in your face. Here it's more, you know, psychological. It's quiet. It, you know, depends more on the trick of an eye. Really, like, there's probably a 20-minute span where there's no dialogue. You know, it's him exploring the haunted house, and he doesn't have anyone to talk to, so he doesn't talk. So I think that's, I don't know, I found it to be brave, because you've got this, you know, room full of people watching this movie, and, you know, paying to see a good horror movie, and no one's talking. Instead, he's just, like, walking around and being, like, scared in the moment. So, I mean, I didn't realize right away that, you know, no one's talking. But then, like, after that much time passed, I thought, wow, you know, that's kind of something to have just this extended sequence where there's just no dialogue, and it depends on the tension built up from exploring this dark mansion. So, you know, it was kind of impressive, you know, where a film doesn't have to be totally outlandish and gory. You know, you can still get your chills and still be scared just by walking down a dark hallway. The acting's good. Yeah, I mean, I can't say that many people have much to do. They're all just, you know, scared most of the time, between, like, scared and angry and, you know, sad. That's pretty much all they have to do. Any characters, that's pretty much all that they're required. I guess maybe some of the kids have to, like, act in a catatonic fashion. It's very creepy, you know, it's very good, you know, visually, atmosphere, production value. Again, this is a period piece. I can't, you know, early 1900s, I would have to say. I'm not for certain. You know, all the costumes, you know, look great. The village looks great. It looks authentic. And really, again, the reason I'm not giving it a higher score is just because it was too simple. There's not much there for characters. I don't think, you know, we get like little glimpses of, you know, what happened, you know, what has led to this curse of this town. And we never get to see it outright. We never get the full story. We get little pieces, which is fine. You know, it's good to tease. You know, you don't need to see everything right away. But, you know, although I thought it was focused and delivered in what it was like then, the story of now, I didn't think there was much build up to it. So I got into it, you know, I felt wrapped up in the story, but I definitely wasn't emotionally invested. And the ending of the film, I would also chalk it up to being brave. I thought it was a very brave ending. I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say that most movies I don't think would end that way. Especially, see, I almost want to call this a foreign film because I think it was made by just a team of British people in Britain. So I, you know, kind of want to call it an English film with, you know, European sensibilities. And they don't feel the need to end a movie, you know, like Americans do, with everything working out perfectly and the happy, glorious ending. They don't feel the need to do that, and it's not a happy, glorious ending. So again, I thought I admired it. You know, I admired the film, and I think it's a solid 7. I really don't know what else to say. I think I've said all my piece. It was good stuff. Again, I was very surprised. It was a very young audience, you know, mostly, I would say, teenagers. So, I mean, teenagers like scary movies. And again, with it being mostly sold out 3 weeks into release, ended with a large round of applause. Just really surprising. And definitely a good theatrical experience, a good trip to the movie house. So that's what it's all about for me. So I had a good time, you know. I had a fun time watching The Lady in Black, and it's a solid 7. Thank you very much.